One is what to do during the break-in process, and two, how to choose the strength of reed without making it too easy or too hard. First thing to know about strength of reeds is that there's more than one strength. There's very easy, medium, and several other ones that we won't get into. But one way to know that you have chosen the right strength of reed is if you can play the first line of Scotland the Brave or the scale 2 times through without having to take a breath. You do this by putting the reed into the chanter and blowing the chanter and playing the two things I just mentioned. If you can play both of those without having to take a breath, the reed is not too hard for you, but the question is it not too hard? Now, why I emphasize that is because when you are in the break-in process of a new reed, you want to be patient with it. During the break-in process, the reed will start to get harder. That happens because the two blades of cane on the reed will start to absorb moisture and they'll start to expand. Now when they start to expand, they're going to start to grow apart at the tip of the reed, and that's going to require more airflow to make the reed sound, aka making it harder. So you want to pick a reed that's just even a little too easy. If it feels like a little too easy, that's probably perfect. You're probably right in that ballpark where as it begins to absorb moisture, the reed is going to get harder, but it's not going to get so hard that you're going to be blowing your brains out. If you cannot get into a bagpipe shop because you're not around one, go onto a reputable dealer's website and request to have half a dozen reeds sent to you. This number will increase the chances of you coming away with 2 or 3 reeds, hopefully more, of reeds that will be the correct strength for you and that will work properly in general. Now, when you get your reeds, you can do that litmus test, and then whichever ones happen to not be the right strength or don't sound proper, you can contact the reputable dealer and explain the situation, ask if you can switch the reeds out for new ones, and most of the time that won't be a problem. The people want to know that you get the right reeds and they build a solid reputation and rapport with you. There's a few more things I want to mention during the break-in period. One that I mentioned just moments ago is that you want to be patient with the break-in period. You're not going to get your chanter reeds broken in 2 days. It's not going to happen, even in a week. Most chanter reeds will take 2 to 4 weeks, okay? So if you have a contest in 3 days, that reed's not going to happen. It's just not. It won't have been given enough time to open up and start to breathe. You got to give it that time, so please be patient. And during that break-in process, there's a couple things I want to mention. One is try not to pinch or poke the reed. Pinching and poking the reed alters the longevity and life of the reed. If you pinch a reed, you can pinch it if it's just a little bit too hard for you, but once you have figured out the strength of the reed, that shouldn't be necessary. If you pinch the reed because you want to make it just a little bit easier than it is, you can take your forefinger and your thumb, put them about where the thickness of the reed starts to thin out, and then bring the tip of the reed towards you and pinch the reed so that the tips of the blades just come into contact with each other, and hold that for 5 to 10 seconds. I wouldn't do it more than that. And that should give you just enough space for the reed to become a little bit higher pitched, because that's what happens when you pinch a reed and make it a little tighter. That will make it a bit easier, and if it's too hard for you, that hopefully will work. With poking the reeds, this is where people tend to go a little bit overboard because they want the reed to be a little harder because it's starting to squeal. And that's totally understandable. I get it. Reed pokers really do a fantastic job of opening up a reed and bringing life to a reed that's starting to squawk. They really do well. You got to do it properly though. If you're not familiar with it, it is not that hard to go overboard. So when you go to poke a reed, use a mandrel that is crafted specifically for pipe reeds, and go easy on it. Don't go overboard with it. When you push the tip of the poker into the reed and you feel a little bit of resistance, stop. Stop right there. Don't go any farther, because it's very easy to go through the reed and damage it. So you want to avoid that, because that's money and that's time. When you get a little bit of resistance, hold it for 5 to 10 seconds and then pull it back out. You want to do this stuff in small increments. It's the same thing with pinching. Poking and pinching, you want to do in small increments. Don't do a lot because it's almost impossible to bring it back. Reeds can be very finicky. If you have trouble with it, there are a lot of different resources that you can inquire for help, including this channel. I've been doing this for over 20 years. So if you have any questions about what we've gone over in this video, please ask. I really want to help people learn how to choose chanter reeds and how to avoid struggles and frustration, because choosing the right strength of reed is the first thing you need to do. If it's too hard or too easy, you're going to struggle. If it's too hard, you're not going to be able to play that thing. And if it's too easy, you're going to start making it squawk if it's too easy, even after it's broken in. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. Please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and I'll see you in the next one.